Given how the public does remain skeptical about AI, maybe it's not surprising that Canadian businesses are so slow to integrate generative AI. Patrick Gill is the Senior Director of Operations and Partnerships at the Chamber of Commerce's Business Data Lab. Thanks for being with us, Patrick.
Thank you.
So we do see from your research this kind of slow adoption, especially compared to others. And I want to start with how important that is because, of course, it's a competitive world and as the people that are adopting tend to be exporters. Is it going to put us in a tough spot if we do not do something that our peer nations are doing?
Absolutely. So generative artificial intelligence is a generational opportunity to prompt productivity at a time when our performances decidedly head in the wrong direction.
What would be, when you look at the results of this, what would be the advice or message you hope that businesses would take from it when we see that we're kind of behind the eight ball, we're not keeping pace with others, and we have a generally dim view of AI? We're not actually that trusting of it.
Right now, 1 in 7 Canadian businesses are using generative AI to accelerate and enhance the quality of their goods and services. As you said, they're found in every industry, in every sector, every region of the country. And so, but that still means that 3 in 4 businesses haven't even considered the opportunities inherent with generative artificial intelligence. Mm-hmm. And so, a slower adoption actually means that we're going to be losing out on a massive productivity gain over the next decade. If we can go fast enough on adoption, we can actually boost Canada's productivity by another 6 percentage points over the coming decade. And when it comes to Canada's productivity performance, we lag behind many economic peers, including the US, the OECD average, and we're the second least productive country in the G7. Canada's low productivity basically is a great threat to Canadian standard living writ large.
Yeah, probably our biggest economic challenge, right, is improving that. A question I would have for you when it comes to businesses making this kind of technical or technological investment is a lot of the times they wait for an off-the-shelf solution. They don't want to invent things. You know, if you're running a small business that isn't a tech firm, you don't want to get in the business of kind of figuring out where AI fits in. You're waiting for someone in Silicon Valley or Israel or somewhere else to say, here's the solution you're looking for. Is that wrong? Or is that, it might create a lag, but at the end of the day, you get a good product that you can just plug in?
You know what? History shows that there are great advantages for first movers on technology adoption, and particularly with small businesses. Right now, large businesses are sort of twice as likely to be adopting this type of technology than small businesses. They're definitely taking an innovate or perish approach. Small businesses need to jump on this opportunity. I've never met a small business owner, entrepreneur that isn't worked off their feet. And essentially, this technology can give them superpowers, and working with their teams of any size to speed up accelerate the production and quality of their work. And that helps them have a competitive advantage, not only domestically, but internationally. There is global interest in this type of technology. Canada right now historically has been sort of mid-pack on AI adoption, but everyone's interested in Gen AI, and so first movers always get that advantage as far as economies of scale, but sort of dominance of standards and use within the industry.
We only have 10 seconds here, but would you say invest in AI over something else? It's that big a deal?
I would say all you have to do is give it a try. Experiment with your team. There are so many free cost open source options. Mm-hmm. So give it a try, experiment. If we don't, others will.
So good to have you, Patrick. Appreciate your time today.
Thank you.
Patrick Gill, Senior Director of Operations and Partnerships at the Chamber of Commerce's Business Data Lab. Coming up, Canada could import cheap electric vehicles from China, or it could slap them with huge tariffs. That's still ahead. But first, Italian sneaker company Golden Goose looks set to sell shares to the public in what could value the firm at almost 5 billion Canadian dollars. The brand is known for its distressed look, aka old and dirty, and is beloved by some influential people, including Taylor Swift and Reese Witherspoon, making them beloved also by Generation Z. That could be enough to create a sky-high valuation, unless the Golden Goose dies at the feet of fickle fashion. We're back after this.